Hi guys, Deepak here. So in this video, we'll see how we can push the code to the remote repository and modify it. Okay. So I think you have installed Git. If not, please watch my previous videos and how to create a remote repository. All that I have explained in the previous videos. So in this video, we'll try to push the code to the remote repository from local repository to remote repository. So the first command to make a normal directory to git directory is git init. So this will help to make a normal folder into a git repository. After this, we need to add the files to staging area. As I told you previously, git add followed by the dot. If you wanted to add all the files present in the repository to the staging area, we'll use something called git add dot. Or if you wanted to add a specific file, you can write the specific file name instead of dot. Let's say if you wanted to commit these all to the local repository, you need to use a command called git commit -m followed by the commit message. Now let's say the code is in the local repository. What is our agenda? We need to push the code into central repository. So to push the code, first thing is you need to have establish a connection in the first step. So to establish a connection, git remote origin followed by the repository URL. I'll be showing this all practically. After this, we'll use something called a git push. So this is how we need to push the file from our local repo to the remote repo. Okay. So the first step is, so to make this, to make a normal folder into git repository, we need to use a command called git init. Okay. After this, what exactly we need to do? We need to move this to the staging area. So to move this to the staging area, the command is git add followed by the file name. Or in case I wanted to move all the things, I need to use something called git add followed by the dot. Dot will add all the files present. After adding to the staging area, what exactly I need to do? Let's say if I wanted to commit it to the local repository, I need to use a command called git commit -m followed by the commit message. Let's say if I add all the files, so in few cases we would be getting the hidden files, which setting files, hidden files, all that we don't require to commit it to the local repository or the central repository. Only the code, generally what exactly we do in real time, we will commit only the code. So we need to ignore few files, let's say the class path of the Eclipse, because the class path would be different in different systems. So we will not be committing all that unnecessary stuff. So to do this, we will create a file called .git ignore, and we will mention the files which all the git has to ignore before committing. Let's say now the code is in the local repository. So the code is available here in the local repo. What should we do? We need to move this to the central repo. So in the first step, so this will be done only once, it's not always. So to which central repository you need to commit. So you will specify the central repository path, git remote, and the name of the repository. After specifying this, it will ask for the email. Let's say if you use the command git push, you will get an error. So what error? Who are you? You need to tell the git who are you, what is your email address, what is your password. So you will get a fatal error. So in this case, you need to add the email address to the git, and the command is git. I have listed all these commands here. So let's say if you need all this, you can comment it in the comment section, your mail ID. I'll be mailing you this. So I have documented how you can push the complete path. Okay. So sometimes you would be getting this. So I have mentioned that as well. Let's say if you get any error to add this, I have added because I might not get this. So git config hyphen global user dot name, you need to mention your username which is available in the remote repository. Let's say if you create, so this is my username, Deepak Git course. So you also would be having the username, and you need to configure the mail address as well, user dot email. So after configuring the email, you would get a pop-up asking for the password. You need to give your password and and use the command git push. The code would git push origin master, origin followed by the branch name. We'll be seeing all this practically. Okay, so this is the workflow. So let's go to my Eclipse. Now I'll be creating a simple Java project. Hello world project. Okay, simple Java project. So let me create a package to this. Just package, and let me add. Okay, so this is so on. So now let me go to the project folder where it is available. Don't use the Eclipse directly to commit the code, or use the team share all that, because if in case your company or the company where you work uses a different ID, it will be tough for you. And this is what they expect in the interview as well. They don't expect you to do it from an Eclipse. Okay, so first we need to learn it from the command prompt, then it would be pretty simple. Now show in System Explorer. So this, I exactly what I did, I opened only the path where we have created. So this is the path, this PC, Windows users, HP desktop, Spring Hibernate workspace, and Hello World. Now here type CMD. As soon as you type CMD, it will open in a command prompt. So this is a normal folder. How do I know this is a normal folder? Just type git status fatal. It is not a git repository. So what should we do? We should make from a normal folder to a git folder. The first command is git followed by the init. Now initializing empty git repository. Now it is a git folder. Now let us type git status. So now we told nothing is available in the local repository, and these are untracked files. Untracked in the sense, so the file status would be untracked initially. As soon as the file moves to local repository, it will be in tracking state. So initially the file would be untracked, and as soon as we move it to the local repository, it will be a tracking file. And if we try to modify any file which is in tracking state, it will be showing us as modified file. We'll be seeing all that. Okay, so now let me add all this to the staging area. Git add dot in the sense, let me add all that to the staging area. So we have all these files in the staging area, git status. So what exactly? So these are all available in the staging area. What is it telling us? So these are the files that are available in staging area. Now if I do git commit -m followed by the message, all these files would be available in the staging area. So what I told you, only the generally in the real time, we only send the code. We don't send this dot settings file or the dot project. All these are hidden files, whichever starts with the dot. So we don't send all that. So we'll be only committing the code to this remote repository. So we need to ignore these files. So how can we ignore? Go to the Eclipse and create a file. What is the name of the file? Dot git ignore. Okay, so let me write a comment. So this should be the good practice, good programming practice. We are ignoring all hidden files. Any file that starts with dot is considered as hidden file. So now I need to write dot class path dot project dot settings. So do you think that repetition of dot class path is a good programming practice? So we have a concept called regular expressions. So ignore the files whichever starts with dot, and I'll give something called star. So what this will do, this will ignore all the files. Let's say this will ignore all the files whichever starts with dot. Now, if I type git status, so let's see what all files are available. Git status. No commit set. So let me save this. So let me git. Let me establish a relationship between the git central repository and the remote repository. So now create a repository. I told you these all steps in the previous video. Just create something, any remote repository. Create repository. So this is the repository URL. So these are all the frequently used commands. You get a bunch of them. Okay. So now to establish a connection between the local and the remote repository, this is the command git remote add origin followed by this. So let me copy this and paste it here. Enter. So it has established a relationship. Now commit all the files which are available in the staging area. Git commit -m followed by the commit message. Hello world Java file. Now hit enter. So what exactly is this happened? So it has committed the file. Okay. So now git status. So nothing is available on the branch master. So what exactly do we need to do? We need to move this to the central repository. So what exactly is the command to move this from the remote repository to the central repository? Git push origin master. So now we are pushing the code from the local repository to remote repository. So let's say if you push the code from this local repository to remote repository. So what exactly happens in this step? You might get a fatal error. So what would be the error? Fatal error. Add the email ID, username, email ID, and password. So this is the command git config -- global user dot name. You need to enter your username. Git config -- global user dot email. You need to enter your mail ID. So now let's refresh this and check if we have received the code in the central repository. See, we have received it. Hello world.java. Okay. So now let me make few changes to this file. Let me make few changes to this file. Now let me go to the Eclipse. So let me create a new file. Test. Okay. Let me create a Java class. Home page. Okay. So we have created a class called homepage in this hello world. So let me add code to this. So I modified this file and I added code in this hello world as well. Now let me save this. Now let me go to the here and type git status. So we have seen this is mentioned as modified because it is already in local repository and we had made changes, and this is a new file, so it is not tracked. So what I told you, whichever the files will be in local repository, they would be tracked. Whichever the files will not be available in local repository, whichever the files available in local repository would be giving us the status as modify if you try to modify. Let's say if you create a new file that will not be available in local repository, so it will be as untracked file. So now let me add all the files. Git add, let me add followed by the file name. Okay, now let me add this file as well. Git add this one. Okay, we have added both the files. Now let me type the command git status. So these are in staged area. So let me commit them to the local repo. Second commit. So it is committed to the local repo. Now let me push to the remote repository. Git push origin branch name. For now the branch is master. We'll be discussing what is this branch name, all that stuff. Okay, so it is pushed. So now let's go to the remote repository and let's check here. See, we had previously we had only hello world, we had home.java and the hello world. So this is a commit message. So if you click on this here on the commit message, so you can see the differences between both the files. So this is the thing that got added to the previous one. Okay, previously this was the code and we have added this sys out. So let me go back. This home page. So how exactly is this home page? Previously we don't have anything, so this is a newly created file. If we have, that should show the differences between the previous and the new one. So this is how we will commit the thing, we will modify the thing. So coming to the tracked and modified, I think you are clear with the terminology. What is this tracked file, what is this untracked file? So let me give you an idea again. So what exactly is this tracked and what exactly is this untracked? Okay, so let's say initially the file would be in different status. Initially the file would be an untracked file. So when would the git be able to track whether did we did any modifications or not? When we commit it to the local repository, when the file is available in local repository only, so then we will make sure that the file is being tracked by the git. Unless it is available in the local repository, you cannot do that. Let's say the untracked file, when committed to the local repository, it has changed into tracked file and you have did modifications to the tracked file. Just like in the hello world.java, we added sys out, just like some code we did. So now the file status would be modified. So this is how the status: untracked, tracked, followed by the modified. Okay, the initial state would be untracked. When you commit it to the local repo, it would be git would be tracking all the changes available. So in the remote repo, if you click on the commit message, you can see the differences between the previous one and the new one. So this is how you need to commit the code. So let's see if you have observed this. We have created a .ignore file, but .class path, .project, and .settings are available here. So what exactly I told you, we need to in real time, we only will be committing the source code. Okay. So what is the mistake that we did in the earlier is, so we have committed it to the staging area and we created a .ignore file. So all the things which are present in the staging area are in local repository, and after local repository, it is committed to the remote repository. So what exactly do we need to do is, so let me create a new one and show you the correct path. After we have initialized it, so we need to use a command called git status. So then we would be getting all that stuff. So which all we should not do. Then we need to use .git ignore file. After this, we need to add to the staging area. So after ignoring the file, we generally will add the files to the staging area. So which all available in the staging area, we should not commit them before this itself. It's not after staging area. So let me show you that practically, so that you'll have an understanding. So let me create a new repository now. Click here on the new. Ignore. So this is my repository name, ignore. Okay. Create repository. So now let me create a new code. New Java project. Git ignore project. Or we can directly create a test project. Okay. Now let me add some file to this test class. Okay, we added. So what exactly do we need to do? Click here. Show in System Explorer will navigate you to the path directly. On the upper ribbon, type CMD. So git status. So this is a normal repository. First, we need to make it a git repository. Git init is the command. So after this is the git repository. Now type git status. So what exactly do we need to have? Dot metadata, dot recommended, all that are available now. Okay. So we need to go into this folder test, and we need to type CMD because we are trying to commit all that available. Okay. So let's only commit this which is available inside our folder. Git init. Okay. So now type git status. So we have something called dot class path, dot project, dot settings, all that. Okay. So now our agenda is we wanted to only commit this source code. We wanted to ignore all these files. So we'll be creating something called git ignore. So let me go to Eclipse and create a file dot git ignore, normal file dot git ignore. Okay. So we have created ignoring all hidden files that start with dot followed by the regular expression. So it will ignore all the files. So now go here and type the command git status. So did we see the difference? So previously we had 4 files. So now we had only one file. What happened to this class path project dot settings? So git had ignore whichever or the files that start with dot. Okay. In future, if you get any file that starts with dot, git will obviously ignore because we have added dot git ignore. So now we need to add this to the staging area. So to add this to the staging area, git add followed by the dot. Okay. So now we need to establish a connection between the remote repository. So what is my new repository? So this is the new remote repository. So this is git remote add origin and followed by the repository URL. Okay. So now commit all the files which are present in the staging area to the local repository. Git commit -m ignoring file explanation. Okay, so now it is committed to the local repository. So let me push it to the remote repository. Git push origin followed by the branch name. For now, take this as a master branch. So in future, I'll be telling you all that. So now go to the remote repository and just refresh. You should be seeing only source. See, previously we had seen all that. So this is how you need to do in the real time. Before adding it to the staging area itself, you need to create a dot class dot git ignore file, and you need to do it. So this is all about pushing the code to the repository and ignoring certain files, all that stuff. Hope you are clear with it. So do let me know in the comment section in case you required this document. So, so this is the document which is self-explanatory and step by step. In the first step, we created a project. After creating a project, what exactly we need to do? Navigate to the path and type cmd. So we'll be initializing a git repository, git init. After this, we'll be using something called git status. And to ignore all that, we'll be creating dot ignore dot git ignore file, and we'll be adding that. The first step would be comment, and we'll be adding. And next, we'll be using git add followed by the file name. So all that files would be added to the staged and next local repository. We would be establishing a connection between remote and next to the local repository. So this is only one time activity, connecting to the repository. So this is a local repository. After this, so this I have configured, so I did not get the username and password. You need to configure, and you need to use a command called git push origin followed by the branch name master, and refresh it. You will see that. So this is ignoring file exploration. This is a commit message I have given. If you open, you will see. Let's say if you push some other thing, you will find the differences between the previous one and the new one. Okay. Git log hyphen one line. In case you wanted to see the commit ID 3B53 C96 C96. See 3B53 C96. So this is the commit ID, this file address. This is all about committing to the remote repository. Hope you are clear. Thank you.